to us from LSU, but originally from Gateway High School nearby. We'll go ahead and open up for questions.
Derrick, whenever you entered the portal, how quickly did you make that connection with Pitt, and how kind of soon did you know you wanted to come home?
So the process was kind of, I wouldn't say it was quick. It kind of took some time, but once I knew I was into contact with Narduzzi, it's like, okay, let's have him on the top of my list because Pitt is home, and why not come back home, play for the city? So, pretty good.
Derrick, what position do you anticipate playing here? I know you saw it time on both sides of the ball at LSU.
Running back.
Running back?
Was that your intent when you entered the portal to look for a place where you could be a running back?
Well, it was honestly going to depend on the bowl game, how I did in the bowl game. And after I scored in the bowl game, I was like, yeah, I'm going to just stick to running back and grab from there, really. And I knew Pitt was losing their main running back, so I made the decision. Met here, hopefully do big things here.
How much did Pitt's recent success at running back also kind of boost your want to come back home?
It boosted it up a lot, honestly. A lot of great guys came from Pitt playing running back, and why not play in a city where I got a lot of support and a lot of fans rooting for me?
Derrick, how much did you talk to those two guys over there about coming and playing at Pitt together?
So I really didn't talk to Phil a lot, but I talked to Donovan, and it's so funny because after we were done playing Florida, we had met in the middle of the field, and we were just saying like how things were playing out for our future, and we asked each other like, would you ever return home? He said yeah, and I said yeah, and ended up returning back home, so it turned out great, honestly.
You guys played each other a couple times in high school. Can you take us through those matchups? One of them, Whitfield Finals. I think you guys won that one, and then you got the best of you the next year.
Right. So that was my junior year. We played them in the championship, in the Whitfield championship. They actually beat us. Oh no, we beat them, and then my senior year they beat us in the finals. Kind of heartbroken, but it is what it is.
What was it like playing against them in high school?
It was pretty cool, honestly. Knowing that we were big time recruits coming out of Western PA, so to see both of us on a big time stage and playing for the same goal, it's cool.
Pretty cool that you both are now going to get to play with each other in Hinesfield?
Yeah, definitely. Not against each other, with each other.
Yeah.
Is there a different vibe with Pitt football than even just a couple of years ago when you were making your decision?
Honestly, I feel like it's still the same vibe. Coaches and staff, they show the same love they were showing to me when I was still in high school, and that's why I really love the university and the staff. To be honest with you, they kept it 100 with me, and I kept it 100 with them. And other than that, like we just collaborated very well, like PB&J, something like that.
Did you consider any other schools while you're considering Pitt now?
So yes, I did consider North Carolina State and South Carolina, but as I was going through my process, talking with my family, and we all agreed that Pitt was going to be the best place for me.
What was your mom's reaction when you told her you were coming home?
She was actually happy I was coming home. Now that she could come to my game and see see me day and night, because she works at Colfax over at Squirrel Hill, so that's not too far from Oakland. So she was pretty happy.
Who was your favorite Pitt player growing up?
Favorite Pitt player? Honestly, Aaron Donald and James Conner, and LaShawn McCoy. And people forget that LaShawn McCoy came to Pitt. But those were my favorite players growing up at Pitt. And watching those guys, seeing how hard they work, I knew I had to work just as hard to get to the same level as them.
You're gonna have to work. You talk when MJ Devonshire came back from his SEC school. He said his mom was all over him, and he had to kind of like work and kind of distance. You're gonna have to deal with your family. Like, hey guys, like, I know I'm back, but I want space. You're gonna kind of embrace the fact that you're close to your family again.
I'm gonna embrace the fact that I'm actually kind of close to family, but at the same time, they know what I have to do, so they're gonna give me my space and let me get the job done. So.
There are going to be a lot of local guys that have big roles on this team next year. A lot of Whitfield guys, a lot of City League guys. As one of them, does that give you a little bit of pride seeing that you guys have so much local talent on the field competing for the Panthers?
Yes, it just goes to show that we have talent in this city, and a lot of people look past it, but now you get to see it on live television, so can't wait to see it on the field, honestly. Stay tuned.
To build on that question a little bit, what would you say to someone that, you left, but now you're back at Pitt, and maybe some other kids right now in your same position are kind of, you know, thinking, I kind of want to get out of state, what would you kind of tell them that, you know, maybe you should get Pitt a better look?
Honestly, weigh your options, talk to your family, and do what's best for you, honestly. I did what's best for me, and I was leaving the state, but also coming back. So it all depends on that individual. Like I tell anybody, any recruit, do what's best for you. Don't listen to anybody else. So go where your heart's at.
Derrick, while you were playing elsewhere, Pitt obviously was building something up, winning an ACC championship. You see what Kenny Pickett's able to do before he goes to the NFL. You know, from an outsider's perspective, how much was that perception growing on Pitt? Were you able to see kind of what was building here and what was coming up with Coach Narduzzi while you were playing down at LSU?
So yes, I was able to see like the build up going on here, and honestly, Narduzzi, he was able to turn his program around a lot in a tremendous way. So for me to actually see that firsthand, I was like, okay, Pitt has something, but now they're gonna have something for real.
Derrick, you had a really close look at some of the biggest stages in college football, playing in the SEC. What type of knowledge did you gain from your 2 years at LSU? You know, playing against the Alabamas, the Georgias, what have you? You know, in preparing for those type of matchups.
Honestly, I was able to just recognize the talent that's just around. Really, you know, I get to see talent from all over the place, and to be down in the SEC, it just allowed me to mature in a different way. Grow as a person, as a human being, and also as a man. And it allowed me, you know, those games, I was able to actually pick up things from those teams that I could probably never pick up from anywhere else, honestly. So it was just a learning experience, honestly. So.
What kind of?
If you had decided to stay at LSU, you have been a running back or a safety. What was your preferred position? I assume is right back.
It would have been running back.
Yeah, Derrick, what went into the process with Coach Kelly or whatever in terms of the position switch? How did that happen?
It was easy, honestly. So we was actually the week after we got done playing Arkansas, we were down a couple backs, and we only were down to 2 scholarship running backs. And running back coach, Coach Frank Wilson, he asked Coach Kelly, "Hey, can we use Derrick for running back?" Coach Kelly was perfectly fine with it, as long as he was cool. It was cool with me, honestly. So talking to Kelly, he was cool with it. He knew my plan, and things just went from there.
Do you feel comfortable as a running back now, or do you still feel like a defensive back a little bit?
No, I feel comfortable, real comfortable. You know, I'm just able to. It just feels easier, just real easy to me. So.
You get to team up in the backfield with Rodney Hammond now. What are your impressions of him? You know, not just as a person, but as a player as well.
Real good guy. Real good guy. Honestly, you know, watched his film. Great runner, hard runner, and we're gonna make some great things happen back there.
How do you figure as a compliment to him?
Good. Just we gonna do.
Anything fun?
What are your I know you guys haven't practiced yet, but they just had a 9-win season here. You guys are all coming in. I mean, what are just your overall impressions with the talent around this building right now?
We got a lot of talent, a lot of speed, and I think that's one thing a lot of people look over. It's the amount of talent that we have here, and I feel like we're going to do some really great things here at Pitt. We got one goal, win the ACC championship, hopefully make it to the playoffs, but we're going to keep our head down and just grind.